Since the dawn of mankind, there have been all kinds of ages that have resulted in great advancements in science, technology, and a whole slew of strange invertebrates that are waging constant war against our dirty bits. It was not very bitchin'. There was the Elizabethan age, where people liked to look all fancy but bathed only a few times a year, so you know they smelled like a burning bag of shit in a bucket of rotting feet. And those big fancy dresses probably didn't help the swamp crotch very much. Go on, you'll probably need to slap a few gallons of perfume on top of that fresh hell. Shoes! The Baroque age started roughly in the 16th century in Italy, where everyone told the same stale-ass joke. Coulda I bum $5 off of you? I'm a completely Baroque. That's the only reason it got that name. Not even bullshitting. By the way, there were only a few periods of history known as ages, so I'm gonna run dry on this kind of bullshitting pretty soon. We are now in the midst of the information age. The year is 2015 and we must be vigilant for the Biff Tannen, so that we may viciously slaughter him before he can obtain an almanac. Speaking of Back to the Future 2, kids say that Wild Gunman is a baby's game.
¿Tienes que usar las manos? Eso es para los bebés, ¿no crees?
¿Los bebés?
Kids today will never play anything as challenging as any game on the NES with your vapid tutorials, scaling difficulty, fucking annoying Navi, and Sir Peter Dinklage leading you around by the dick. It is now during this age that we can appreciate most the endeavors of innovators of the package, such as these magnificent corporate slut giants. Creating an app that lets you order pizza by shouting, "Feed me" at your Kinect, sending straight away a package of greasy, almost food. These emotionless financial juggernauts have tapped straight into your laziness gland, and will use your most virtuous and honest not giving a fuck to milk you of your hard-earned money. We salute you, creators of this very revealing app, as our hero in this, the Pack Age. Greetings, YouTube viewers. This is your Loafy, and this is the rather unceremonious Pack Age 3. We have another package from Christopher Leone. Thanks again, Christopher. We were chatting on Facebook, and he mentioned that there was a possibility that some of these items might go stale. And since I heard that, I tried to put the rush on things, so here we are. A box. A box from CNH Parts and Service, no less. So let's go ahead and check out the parts inside and see if they know how to service Loafy. Today we brought out an X-Acto knife, because that's how we roll. X-Acto, baby. Item number 1 looks like it's gonna be Hot Cheese Curls by Oots! I think karate people say that is some kind of a thing when they're sparring or something. They go, oh, oots. Somebody is up here. It looks as though they're an albino and they got shot in the face twice. Check her out. She looks pretty happy though with that helmet hair. Item number 2. Zaps. We are familiar with Zaps. They make a pretty good product. New Orleans kettle style voodoo chips. Yeah. I think I might have had these in the past on the Cult Moo show. Like, something about this packaging screams out familiar to me, but I can always use more kettle style chips. See if it gets my mojo going. Ooh, dirty chips. These are dirty original recipe potato chips, cracked pepper, and sea salt. We kettle cook in a premium peanut oil blend for a crunchier, tastier potato chip! Exclamation point. Bam! Look at that. They're coming at you with some excitement in how they cook their potato chip. The date on this one is August 14. So we'll see how they hold up. They are kettle style, so they'll probably still be really good. Ooh, Takis Nitro. This is interesting. I don't know if I've seen this flavor around. This is the habanero and lime corn snack artificially flavored variety. So it also has an expiration for August. I'm going to try to give some of these bonus points if they're stale, you know? My apologies for being a procrastinating fat tub of goo. Sorry, guys. Next set of chips. Wow, what a fancy bag that is. It's like all steampunky and stuff. 1853 Kettle Cooked buttermilk and herb potato chips. Sliced extra thick, seasoned to perfection. Perfection! Ooh, you gotta love how they just throw that word around. Well, guess what? Now you're getting judged extra harsh, bitch. That seasoning better be fucking perfect. Not just potato chips, we got some extra little swimmy guys. This Vandy Camps by Chicken of the Sea. What? Look at that. They somehow crammed two name brands onto this. No. Van Camps, not Vandy Camps. I was thinking it was the other big fish processing company. Oops. This is in Louisiana hot sauce. Ooh, that sounds really good. Okay, it's something that wants to come out of the package. Tuna and pasta. French Bistro, gourmet on the go, ready to eat tuna and pasta product of France. Wow, from France even. I had 3 years of French when I was in high school, but I forgot just about all of it. I think I can still say one sentence relatively well. It's J'ai un homard dans ma chapeau. That means I have a lobster in my hat. So, here's your French lesson for the day, boys and girls. I think we have another seasoned to perfection. Oh wait, no, it doesn't say seasoned to perfection on here. Good move, good move. Because you know I would have brought the wrath otherwise. 1853 Kettle Cooked, sea salt and cider vinegar. Okay, this is probably going to be the winner. Well, sea salt and vinegar is just about my favorite thing. Don't ask me why I have such an addiction to salt, but these are normally the saltiest motherfuckers out there. Like, if you actually do manage to eat more than a few servings, you're like, wow, I'm surprised I'm not dead yet. Okay. Ooh, Inca Corn. I have had Inca Corn in the past. We had it on one of the Grubbins, and it was very good. Or maybe it was a fan package. It was either a fan package or a Grubbin, but I do specifically remember liking these a lot. They're like corn nuts, except the texture is better. Go figure. Great shit. And that appears to be our haul. So, thank you so much, Christopher Leone. I'm going to go ahead and review these for as much time as I have. Okay, so item number 1 we're going to be trying today are the hot cheese curls. They look really nice by that, like, insanely red fake color. You know, that always means quality. Woo! It does smell rather tangy. Like Tapatio sauce with a lot of vinegar or something. And there you have it. 1 cheese curl. Looks like Cheetos Puffs, except a little skinnier. Gotcha beat on girth, but let's see how much pep it's got. So these held out until October, apparently, of last year. Happy New Year, by the way, folks. I was gonna say, oh, that's such an interesting texture, but then I was like, oh, it's stale too. I think these did have a very interesting texture when they were first conceived. The outside is a bit crispier than like a cheese curl by like Cheetos Puffs or somebody like that. And the seasoning on it is really good. Like, it stands out quite a bit. The outside is definitely, or excuse me, the inside is definitely airier than a normal cheese puff, especially like the mass-produced ones. I'm guessing when they were fresh, they were probably really, really good. So, I don't think I used to rate these. Did I rate these? I don't know. I'm giving it high ratings. I'm giving this like a fucking 8. Yeah, why not? Just throw that out there. 8. So the next item I pulled out of the bag, I believe, was the Zapp's Voodoo Kettle Style Chips. By the way, I'm sorry that I didn't dress up or anything. It was a late night and I rolled out of bed, and there's just a couple of hours in which this living space isn't being used, and I'm here in my PJs. Deal with it. And thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. I apologize if there's any love stains or anything on my shirt. Zapp's Voodoo Chips! So, New Orleans Kettle Style Voodoo. I don't know if they're supposed to have any additional flavor on them or anything. They do. Now I really am wondering if I had these before. It's really hard to place the flavor. But it's like tangy and a little sweet. Onion powder. Yeah, that's gotta be what it is. They got citric acid here too, so it's got some good things going on here. I mean, I wouldn't normally associate like the French onion flavor with like a vinegary kind of thing. But they do it here, and it's a nice change of pace. I like these. I'm definitely not like falling in love with them or anything though. Like, they're decent chips. The chips especially held up well. Like, I don't know when these expired. In December. So, yeah, it's basically only about 2 weeks past the date on these. Yeah, the texture is awesome on a kettle style chip, always. And these are cut just right. You know, they're not going to kind of shatter in your mouth like a pane of glass, like some of those really thick kettle style chips. Go off in all directions, end up with shrapnel in your gums. I think the next thing we pulled out might have been Takis Nitro Habanero and Lime. So I just had some Takis Fuego at my dad's house like last night. They had some kick to them. Like, I forget which one they were supposed to be, but they were like habanero. These are also habanero. And the color on them, ooh boy. Color on these is intense. Check that out. He's like, we're not holding back on that red food coloring, because y'all know what a stick of dynamite looks like. It is a strong, strong hit of lime. Not a lot of spice detected. Like, maybe these are the kind that you have to eat a little while before they really start to get hot. But, I don't know. They're sour. These fucking things are sour. It's kind of grossing me out. Like, it's not grossing me out. It's so sour. Just that little bit that was on my fingers. I just don't really get it. Like, I can be in the mood for this kind of thing at some point, but it's very rare. I don't expect to be so overpowered by something that has chili lime in it either. That might get a couple of points off. That's like a 5. There's a chance I might buy it again. And it might just be for the novelty of it, you know? That's still a 5 to me. Like, hey, guys, isn't this fucked up? I'm gonna move the light. Okay, so the next thing that we're doing, I believe, is these... I'm gonna need a beer here real soon. 1853 Kettle Cooked buttermilk and herb potato chips, sliced. That chili lime is coming up. Sliced extra thick. Extra thick? Yeah. Sliced extra thick, seasoned to perfection. You heard it here, folks. Calling us out. And like, hey, you better have the palate for perfect seasoning. Diving in. Here we go. So there is your kettle style buttermilk and herb. Perfectly seasoned chip. Personally, when I think perfectly seasoned, the color on that bad boy is going to be different because it's just peppered so much with whatever is supposed to be on it. It's weird. They kind of remind me of macaroni and cheese. It's just like sort of a mild cheese taste, along with kind of just a starchy taste, you know? It's like, it's that cheap macaroni and cheese. The kind that gets really one tone in its flavor. Get real sick of it real quick. I don't know, maybe we should give the seasoning a second shot, huh? Also, I don't know if you guys can see, but this is not really like extra thick. And this is like one of the thicker chips that's in there. So already on the two things that it's advertising, little pointy hands. It's like, hey, check out our special features on this bag of chips. If all the chips were as thick as the one I just had, I'd say that it would still rival maybe those voodoo chips. Like, I'm not gonna say Tim's. Like Tim's Cascade chips, those fuckers are thick sometimes. They'll hurt you. When you get those jalapeno ones and you get like an extra thick chip, it's like somebody just drove a little spike of magma straight up into the palate of your mouth. So, do I like them? Yes, I like these. Also expired in October, so who knows what they would have been like when they were fresh. They were probably a lot better. And the seasoning on these is actually really good. Like, I'm giving them a lot of shit right now. Because when you make a claim like that, ooh, you better fucking bring it. But they brought it most of the way. You know, it was a bit of a softball, but still a nice job. The thickness on these is actually pretty enjoyable. Like, I give it shit too for saying cut extra thick, but I like them like this. So, for extra points with them, like, you know, possibly having been better when they're not stale, I'm giving these like a 9. Like, these are really fucking good chips. I would eat the shit out of these, and I'm probably going to. Objection! Tiempo por a cerveza. Okay, next item on the agenda, I think, is going to be the dirty original recipe potato chips. The bag feels interesting. It doesn't feel like it's made of a normal material that a bag would be made out of. Wow. You know how that other ship was just bullshitting about perfect seasoning? Check this shit out. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Hmm? That's closer to perfect seasoning right there. So, dirty. Yeah, these are dirty, all right. Dirty in my mouth. So let's see what these are like. Wow. These guys aren't fucking around. These guys know what the fuck they're doing. Like, the sea salt and pepper flavor is something I like on a Triscuit, you know? Something that's like a really hefty piece of starch, you know? Like the wheat on a Triscuit is like, it takes a lot of seasoning to really make that enjoyable. Like, they're always enjoyable. Even when I was a kid, I loved Triscuits. But to make them something really savory and desirable, you know, it's like they do have a cracked pepper and sea salt, or it's like oil or something like that. But there is a cracked pepper and sea salt Triscuit that's really good, just because of the balance of how much wheat is there versus the seasoning. But these, there is quite a bit of seasoning on them. I can't lie, but it is so good. It comes through in a really pleasant way, and not like a overly strong way. I don't know if I'm making any sense here. You probably just have to go out and try these fuckers. But I'm giving them like a 9, you know? Like they might even have gotten a 10 if I Warwood. They might even have gotten a 10 if I got them like when they were at their prime. But yeah, great flavor. Absolutely amazing. And I got pepper all over my hands, salt and pepper. It's a little bag of victory right here. I think that the next thing we pulled out of there was actually these 1853 Kettle Cooked sea salt, cider, and vinegar chips, but those last chips I had are like salty overload. They do have maybe a little bit much seasoning, but it's, like I said, done very well. So I'm going to skip these for now. And I'm going to move on to the Van Camps by Chicken of the Sea. I think I had Chicken of the Sea sardines on the show a couple times, and maybe my memory is wrong. Maybe it was one of the different brands, but I remember that one of the brands, one of the really mass-produced ones, was kind of gross. Like, they say they had a flavor, but they didn't, and the quality of the fish wasn't very good either. So we'll see if this is one of those. So they smell like, you know, sardines would. So here they are. Run-of-the-mill red sardine. So let's give one of these a shot. They're a little stuck together. Which means the sauce probably didn't get to a lot of it. So here's one right there. Not bad. Not bad at all. I like the sauce. I do. It's nice. It says it's Louisiana hot sauce. It really doesn't pack any punch, like if you were to buy a bottle of the Louisiana hot sauce. Like if that was in here, it would be really good. But you know, it's just kind of standard sardine experience. The fish isn't like a bad texture or anything. I like it. So that with the sauce, this gets pretty high ratings. Just so long as it wasn't too costly. I do like it a lot. So that gets like, I don't know, 7. Why not? So this looks as though it might be the most interesting thing in the box. This is the Gourmet Bistro. French Bistro. Yeah. Gourmet on the go. Yeah. See how I got that mixed up? It says it's ready to eat lunchtime. I'm not bullshitting you here. Ready to eat lunchtime. They're suggesting times in which you could eat this, since it is ready to eat, you know? They're not gonna say like during a Martian attack or anything, because that might be a little bit too worrisome. So they're gonna hit you with late at night. Yeah. You know, late at night is one of the times you could eat anything that's ready to eat. Picnics. Hey, why not? You getting ready to go somewhere and have a picnic? I hope it involves more than snatching a can from the cupboard. School lunch. Yeah, that'd be good. Office break. Oh boy. You're gonna make a great impression at the workplace by cracking open a can for your break. Hungry at home? Why not? Let's do that too. It's only 120 calories per serving. Let's see if they tried to fudge that. Oh shit, things are falling on the ground. I don't know what that is. We'll see here in a second. 2 cans per serving, so they did fudge it. They fudged it a little bit, so there's actually 240 calories in here. So the thing that fell out was a little packet of salt. Yeah. It doesn't seem like they gave you a ton either. It's like this little corner is all the salt that's in there. Yeah, ready to eat. I mean, I don't know if it even suggests to heat it up. I mean, it's tuna, so it's probably better if you don't. So it says, caution, remove from pack completely prior to microwaving. So microwaving is at least one of the suggested serving methods. Okay, here we are. Like, there's a lot of bullshit on this box. Let's see. Serving suggestions other than enjoying directly from the pack. Directly from the pack. There we go. Fuck it. That's how we're going to enjoy it. So it does have an interesting concave shape. I think that is something that needs to be mentioned. Other than that, it's just like one of the big tuna cans. So first impressions, there's a lot of veggies. Look at all these veggies. Like I don't know if I see any tuna. I see like one noodle and then like a bunch of this thick green stuff. Some carrots, some corn. Let's see if we can dig in here and find us some tuna. Maybe it's all on the bottom or something. There's like very, very small pieces that are detectable, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's mostly just vegetables. So, down the hatch. It's good. I mean, I sort of approve. This is coming from a guy who normally approves of anything. Like food-wise, especially if it's on the go. Especially if you can eat it when it's cold. You know, it's like, this is pretty good. Definitely a ton of vegetables in there. Per capita of tuna. Like I got just a tiny speck of tuna in that big mouthful I had. And it was nice. You know, I can't complain too much. I want to see how much this costed. Like, if this is really cheap, man, good on ya. I'd say buy it every day. It's delicious. But if it's expensive, well, there's a bell curve there. It's like, if this thing was $5, ooh, I would be livid. I would be at your door with a torch. But otherwise, yeah, I give this like a 6. It's like, I enjoy it. The seasoning's relatively good for what's all going on in here. Fair product. Considering it comes from France, though, it's like, goodness knows what you paid. Objection! Hold on. Hold on. There is a pretty massive piece of tuna in here. Just one, though. Like, all that is tuna. I guess you're just supposed to break that up and have it with the rest of your veggies. Since I know what they're like, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Inca Corn. They're not too salty. And I know after the next chip, I'm probably not going to want salt for a while. So let's get these Inca Corn done. Pretty sure I like these. Great corn flavor. So yeah, they're a little weird to hold up individually, but you can see that they totally have corn that's beat in terms of size. I'm pretty sure it's because they're like air puffed or something, while corn nuts are just like really super condensed. Like, I can go for them sometimes, but I'm pretty sure if these were available, I'd probably buy these every time. Yep. Totally better than corn nuts. You don't get that sensation of like, oh, I'm gonna shatter a molar. These things are enjoyable too. Like, they don't have too much salt on them, so the corn flavor really shines. I'm gonna enjoy having these around for a little while. I'd say that I would give Inca Corn like a 7, you know? If they came out with some flavors that were like really bold and stuff, they'd probably be getting even higher ratings out of me. But I love those. They're really good. And last, and saltiest probably, we have the 1853 Kettle Cooked sea salt and cider vinegar potato chips. Sliced extra thick, crisp and tangy. Ooh. Yeah, chips that replicate the vinegar portion of the salt and vinegar chip, they're the superior chip in my estimation. So not a huge amount of aroma to these. There we go. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going on with these? The flavor is reminding me of the weirdest things right now. Like, sure, they're a little tangy, and I do get vinegar, but I also get like French bread, if that makes sense. Like, I taste French bread or something in the background, or like a a cheese quesadilla or something. It's just the weirdest background flavors are getting set off for me. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm going in for another shot. I don't get it. I don't get it. The same way I tasted cheese in those other chips, I sort of taste cheese or something in here. And it's tripping me out. Like maybe they have a flavor that's like white cheddar or something, and after they, you know, clean out the combine, it's the only flavor they can't get rid of. Because I taste like some kind of a strong cheese flavor in these. Like strong enough to contend with sea salt and fucking vinegar, you know? And you can definitely tell that it's a strong flavor of sea salt and vinegar, because when you get the seasoning on your mouth, it's like it starts to tingle a little bit. You know, it's like, you know, you're getting the good stuff. But then it runs into this cheese flavor, and it's like, I can't even taste sea salt and vinegar anymore. I taste cheese or something. It's weird. Like, I like them still, kinda, in a weird way, in an ironic way. Like, I'm gonna give them like a 5. Maybe not a 5. Like, it would be weird to show these to somebody else, so maybe a 5. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another fan package. Thank you, Christopher Leone, for sending me another bountiful box of goodies. I am going to enjoy them quite a bit. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.